Ladies and gentlemen, this is our co-main event of the evening. Scheduled for five-minute rounds for the Caged Aggression Professional Featherweight Championship, powered by Princeton GMC. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 144 pounds. He trains at Pura Vida BJJ and MMA and is sponsored by Canna Bloom Pharmacy, Sign Effects, and Inferno Fire Sportswear. Joining us from Hartford, Wisconsin, Cool Jordan Clark. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 144 pounds. He trains at Strike True MMA and Big George's Boxing Club, Citadel BJJ, and Big Game Wrestling Club, and is sponsored by Kilo Terra, First Light, Hartfield Concrete, Carew Landscaping, Jay's Auto, and Big Dog Tactical. Joining us from Muscatine, Iowa, Keegan Strike True Witbeck.
And the crowd is on their feet. A lot of people out here for this one. Clark Witbeck about to set it off here in the River Center in Davenport, Iowa.
Light that fuse.
And the mean mug is still on Jordan Clark's face.
He means business. They're trying to find the range, find that distance.
Witbeck looks for a left and a right, just out of range. Once again, Clark able to back up and stay away from those punches. Stay away from that kick.
Clark, you can tell he's trying to size up that range, that distance.
And it looks like Clark is looking for that moment to be effective on the counter strike. Well, there we saw him be a little offensive, push him back. Couple of lefts.
Trying to set some kind of trap for Witbeck to step into.
A minute deep and nobody's landed one yet. Right there's a little pepper. Ooh, good nice kick to the body by Jordan Clark. And Witbeck tries to return it, gets his leg caught.
They caught and taken to the ground, but he's on that arm. Oh.
Clark picks him up. Ooh, good body kick. And a punch on the way up. Now you always have to watch yourself when you're throwing those type of kicks.
Yeah,
and your
you don't want to run
grounded.
to a head and get the fight called. These guys are settling down a little bit.
Jordan Clark left and a leg kick.
Jab by Clark. Clark is looking to starting to like gauge that distance, keeping Witbeck at the end of everything. Oh,
and
nice.
Witbeck again has his kick caught by Clark.
Taking
Clark
the easy takedowns when he can. It wears you out to have to keep getting back up, even though he's not falling to the ground to do any work. It's still not a fun thing to have to keep picking yourself up off the ground.
Right now,
he's looking at his
Jordan
back.
Clark's game plan is just being executed everywhere. He's not throwing anything he doesn't want to.
Yep.
He hasn't been in any offensive jeopardy.
Not forced himself to rush.
That's right.
And his defense is looking really good. He's capitalizing on Witbeck's mistakes.
Witbeck tries to get the spinny kick, no dice. Instead, it's a takedown from Jordan Clark rather easily.
Yep.
And listen, I'm just going to say it. Witbeck is 0 for 3 on those type of kicks. I would say this. That's not to say, not to say that he can't go for the kicks a little later. Let's start with some low kicks. Let's measure the leg kicks, the low kicks, and then work it out from there if we're going to use that as a tool.
We're looking for a mount here. I can't tell if he's got the hook on the other side.
Well, he's got 2 minutes to work.
Three-quarter mount. He's got a three-quarter mount here. This is still a great position to ground and pound from.
And very, very dangerous for Witbeck to be in with this much time left.
Oh, we got full mount right now. He's got a good head control. He's turned that chin to the side. right? It's a lot easier to do damage to guys when they're on their side. There's more submissions when they're on their side from that mount. So if he can use that head control to turn the chin and get him up on his side, that's a good thing.
In full mount right now.
Looks like he's bringing the knees up to posture up and strike. That's good. Maybe he's looking for that head and arm triangle too. Oh, back into guard. Witbeck gets the guard back. Ooh, Clark's walking him to the fence. That's nice. Going to put his head in the fence. I like that.
And we've talked about how uncomfortable this is earlier. Donovan Luckett had his head right into the fence.
Oh,
turns out. And now he's called back up by Jordan Clark. Witbeck needs to reset. And certainly trying to. On the offense is Jordan Clark pressing
jab
the
to
action.
The body. Clark starting to find a little bit of a groove, it seems.
Ooh, body kick from Clark lands. Leg kick Clark. Couple of right hands. Witbeck swings and misses, gets taken down. It's just everywhere Witbeck tries to get offensive, Jordan Clark has an answer.
He's controlling that distance on their feet. When you control the distance, you control the fight.
An absolute clinic of a round from Jordan Clark, despite Witbeck really trying to utilize a lot of tools and mix it up.
Really high fight IQ here from Clark.
Absolutely.
He's not allowing both knees to go to the ground when he's in guard. Tripoding, posturing up, looking for big shots.
And if you're Witbeck's corner, what are you telling him right now?
He needs to not lunge in on those punches, right? He had landed some good leg kicks. I think up the leg kick volume. Make sure you're throwing punches behind that, but don't lunge in and reach, because Clark is doing a really good job of gauging that distance and controlling that distance.
And getting the takedown time and time again. And right here, thought he might have had an arm. Nope, Jordan Clark picks him up. There's that body kick on the way up. Jordan Clark, all action when the opportunity is given. When he sees blood in the water, he gets those strikes in, but doesn't get overly excited, doesn't overextend himself, doesn't look for the extra shot. Again,
very, very calm demeanor throughout the exchanges.
Absolutely.
That's good.
And I mean, look at that action as he gets up. He lands a great three-piece, but he doesn't dive in to try to get the finish. I love every second of it. Here we go, round two kicks off. Clark Witbeck.
Getting back on that jab.
Ooh, front kick from Clark.
Front kick coming right up. The Lyoto Machida-esque.
And I'll tell you what, he's had some nice head kicks.
Ooh.
He's had the front kick. He's calling from action from Witbeck, almost trying to go to man, and there's a good body kick from Jordan Clark. And out of the way of that double jab. Again, he's doing a great job of finding his distance, backing off, and making Witbeck make mistakes. Good body kick from Witbeck. That's
good body kick, but he got caught in the kick return.
Yep.
Oh,
1-2 from
two
Clark.
punches there. Oh, that was a good series of strikes from Clark there.
And look, Witbeck, he's not sucking wind. He still looks crisp. He's just out of range. He's out of range.
Takedown, yep.
I mean, when he just tried to close the distance, he made the whiff again. Clark is just seeing everything and then taking advantage.
He's
Gets
in the matrix,
takedown.
man. He's in the matrix.
Clark on top with about 3.5 minutes to go in the round.
Like to see Witbeck get his head out of that fence, get the feet on the fence, and start pushing away.
Clark trying to get his right arm free from Witbeck, and there he does. He gets it free. Now he's getting some strikes.
You see how Clark he's up on both feet or he's on one knee. That helps with getting your posture. That posture helps create space and distance so you can land bigger elbows, bigger punches.
Clark's fans on their feet over there.
Yeah, when he does it, and he's switching back and forth. when the hips start turning one direction, he'll switch from one knee to the other. It's really good top control. That's how you get those big shots off.
He's backing up. He's letting Witbeck come after him. Witbeck got to be frustrated at this point. Good leg kick from Witbeck. That's the kind of low leg kick I want to see.
Got to find his way inside. Got to find a way to get his hands to the head.
There you go. Left hand from Witbeck.
There you go.
Right hand lands from Jordan. Counter left, right to the temple.
Good exchange right there from both guys.
And he's looking for that neck. He might be under. Oh, he wants that neck. Oh, Witbeck out. Witbeck looking for the neck now himself.
For his own.
Nice little scramble and exchange.
Nice.
Jordan Clark back up onto his feet.
Those little scrambles can take a lot out of you.
Witbeck not looking as comfortable as he did in the first round. Starting to see the hands lower a little bit.
Yep.
And there's Jordan landing not a 1-2, but more of a 1-2-3-4. Gets the takedown.
Takedown. Has side control. If Witbeck doesn't let go of that head, he might get blind flu choked here. Oh, there he goes.
Jordan Clark on top with a lot of time to go, about a minute and a half in the round.
Clark feeling the rounds a little bit. You can start seeing that he's not posturing up as much. Now he's starting to get that leg up.
The crowd chanting Jordan. Shots from the top from Jordan Clark.
Witbeck needs to move. He can't stay here.
No, he's going to find himself in a big hole with the judges on this one.
Yep. Maybe he's thinking, I've lost this round. Just coast the last minute out, save my energy, and then try to finish in the third.
I mean, this is a 5-round fight.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a title fight.
It's a title fight. Again, I think that
he
might have to go for the third because I'm going to tell you what, he looked like he was gassing a little bit up against the cage before the takedown. Now, we'll see what happens when he stands up and if he comes out for the third round. It does look like it's going to get to that third round. But Jordan Clark still on top, very active, trying to posture, trying to strike. You mentioned that knee. There he is on that knee again.
Yep. That helps shift that weight forward so you're pinning the opponent a little bit rather than carrying your own weight on your knees. Witbeck trying to do damage, striking with the heel. I don't really think that's very effective, though.
No. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, if you hit it in the right spot with the right power, maybe. But with shots like that, those little pitter-patter from the bottom, they're not even getting to their target. They're kind of going by the wayside. That's more for show than anything else. And the question is, how much energy are you expending when that happens?
Is it worth the energy expenditure?
That is the question.
Third round. We'll see if Witbeck can solve that problem of finding his range and getting inside.
I'll tell you this, he's not taking a stool over there, watching some of the action right here. But Jordan Clark, again, he's finding the counters. He's finding his range. He's going from a 1-2 to a 1-2-3.
He's seeing Witbeck's offense coming at him.
And he's taking Witbeck down at will.
When you rush in, you stand that chance of giving up easy takedowns. You also stand a chance of getting counterpunched or kneed.
Here we go, round 3. Josh Stewart sets it into action. And look, Witbeck does not look that gassed. Hands are high. He's not breathing heavy. Mouth's not open. Similar posture to rounds 1 and 2. Jordan Clark just pressing the action, as he has throughout the entire fight.
Well, he's controlling that distance. Witbeck has to figure out a way to deal with that. Every time he comes
good right
forward,
hand gets through. Oh.
He comes forward, and Clark is able to move out of range. He throws punches, he gets out of range, just like that. That was a decent jab. I think some more of those double jabs like that from Witbeck. Get inside.
Oh, head kick attempt, but again, he got it. How many times?
He's not. Yeah, he's not
Jordan
setting
Clark,
up. He's not setting up his kicks.
Jordan Clark seeing every one of them.
Able to catch it. Yeah,
seeing everyone. Clark with the right, dances in, dances out. Witbeck tries to close the distance, catches a little bit of a right. Another right by Jordan Clark.
Clark backing him up into the cage right here.
And you know, again, you watch Witbeck, big right hook, still out of range. Last left hook, lunging, still out of range. Has not been able to find his range in this fight. Now, who knows? This is MMA, good body shot.
Yep, it only takes one.
It only takes one sometimes.
Clark might want to explore trying to get to that body a little bit because, you know, Witbeck is not slowing down. And some shots to the body might slow him down. That was a good shot.
You know, I just mentioned to Jens Pulver last night, one of my favorite trilogies being the Gray Maynard, Frankie Edgar trilogies.
Yeah.
And, you know, that second, because the first one, Gray did tap him out. A lot of people, you know, kind of a boring fight, but definitely won that one. Gray Maynard really dominated and almost knocked Frankie Edgar out, and then out of nowhere, Frankie Edgar lands a big right hook and just turned the whole thing around. And the third fight was a lot like that second fight. Again, folks, you're into fights like myself. After you're done with Caged Aggression, go look up the archives. Same thing. Look at him. His head movement is incredible. Incredible.
A little showmanship by Clark right there.
I mean, Witbeck just whipped on 5 straight shots. But not giving up. Still throwing.
Still in there. Still trying to find a way.
2 minutes left in this third round. Jordan Clark misses with that left. Witbeck still can't find the range.
And sometimes Clark pulls himself out of range too much. You only got to make him miss by a little bit. When he pulls himself out of range, he's not able to counter. I think he's missing some opportunities to do some real work.
Jordan Clark to the body, to the head, to the head. Ooh, good return from Keegan.
Good exchange for both guys. Another easy takedown.
And Jordan Clark on top with a little bit more than a minute to go in the third round.
Witbeck's got to create space. He's got to try to get up. He's not going to win this round from there.
And again, you know, you talk about the offense from the bottom, whether it be pitter-patter kicks or even those body shots from the bottom. Listen, I've seen some people be able to do some damage from the bottom in certain circumstances. But when you're talking about like the continuous small shots, they have to be precision and they have to be the exact right place. And quite frankly, you know, there's only one knockout I can remember from the bottom, and that would be when Jacare got knocked out by Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
Yes.
There have been some. There was one, I can't remember the organization, but he was mounted.
Yes.
And he hit the guy and knocked him out. That was pretty unusual.
It's happened, but it is very rare. Very, very rare. And Jordan Clark going to ride out the last 10 seconds of round 3 on top. Dominant performance so far. Certainly in my card, he's up 3-0.
Yep. Going to be going into the championship rounds next. And Witbeck is going to need to get a stoppage here.
I have to agree. And look, if you can say one thing about both fighters is they've got cardio. I'm looking at Witbeck's corner. He's not even taking a stool.
The second half of that round, they started to slow down a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see what Witbeck can do in these last 2 rounds. Maybe he can dig deep and overwhelm Clark. You know, cardio is a technique.
Certainly is, and it is a skill set. Some may initially have more than others, but you can certainly work towards better cardio at any moment in your career, folks.
You guys at home, when you're doing cardio at home, cardio doesn't start until you're already tired.
Very true. I hate that that's true, but it is so true.
If you aren't ready to quit already, you're not going yet.
And here we go, championship rounds. Jordan Clark looking extremely festive in there. They hit him up, and they're in the center of the cage once more. Starts out with a big jab. Keegan goes for the left leg kick, gets caught again. Inside leg kick hits from Keegan.
That might be his best.
Good body kick
is when he throws that low inside kick.
I agree.
Jordan
Clark got him up, takes him for a ride, but Keegan does a good job of not really taking any damage on that takedown. But look, we got 4.5 minutes left in this round.
You can't be in this position.
That is not a great position to be in.
You cannot have your head in the fence and close guard in this situation.
Crowd again chanting for Jordan. Putting in the work from the top. Keegan trying to strike from the bottom. But again, that can only be so effective. If you are Keegan right now, how are you slipping out? What would you tell him?
I'm going to try to push off the fence and get my head towards the center so I can get my feet on the fence and push away. I can put in my knee shield. Once I get my head out of the fence, I can start using my feet to kick and push him away, feet on the hips. I'm not a big fan of the wall walking and climbing up that way because I've trained with Khabib. And guys who know how to use the wall will destroy you. It's not a smart move. Like, it does work against some guys, but you run into that one guy who knows how to use that wall to control you, and you're just giving yourself a lot of extra work. I think you're better off putting your head towards the open mat, creating space, and making that guy choose whether or not he's going to double down on the wrestling and keep you on the ground, or start backing away and make it easy for you to kick and push off, or he just releases you. And now he's got that lockdown, right? He's got that lockdown, and I don't like the lockdown either because it can help keep pressure off of you, but it locks you down just as much as it locks the guy on top down. And if you're behind on the card, you do not want to be in this situation.
And Jordan Clark staying busy enough that really we haven't had the referee say that he's going to split him up. He's been on top for 2 minutes. I'm not a huge fan of most stand-ups in the first place. I like the ground game.
Yeah, I think, if you're trying to figure out what a true fight is and who's going to really win, you can't get up and the guy's still punching you. Like, if there is no time limits and you're down there getting punched for 2 hours, you're dead. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Like, those punches are not nothing punches. They do not feel good.
No, they don't.
You take enough of them, you take enough elbows, you take enough knees to the ribs, they will add up.
And again, Keegan trying to mitigate those punches from the top, but Jordan just being relentless.
Yeah, he's got to get his head out of the fence. I mean, just think, 50% of all your techniques are gone because your back's against the wall.
90 seconds! 90 seconds!
Jordan controlling this fight on the ground, on the feet, really everywhere that it has gone. Jordan's corner asking him to pass.
He's, Clark's in a position where he's right next to that pad. I would tripod up, put my head into that pad, because you're not going to get marked up by the cage, and then you can punch from that position. It's a very strong position to throw punches from. He's got his hands on the mat because he's obviously a little bit tired here himself.
That's a funny thing because
see right here, this is great. Lean his head on the mat. Oh, he's got to watch that leg.
Yeah.
Oh, pulled out. It's hard to pull that off when you're all sweaty in the 4th round.
You know, you mentioned hands on the cage, and Jens and I were talking about that. He's like, if I ever had my hands on the cage or the mat, first thing Miletich just said, get him on his biceps. Get him on his biceps. Your hands are never on that damn mat. Yes.
Cover his mouth.
Yes.
Post on his chin. Anything but putting your hand on the mat. You gotta put it like the floor is lava.
And we will see a round 5. Anything short of a finish is not going to do it for Keegan Witbeck. Right now, Jordan Clark still putting on a clinic, but both guys breathing heavy in the corners. And hey, they've just been in the cage fight for 20 minutes, folks.
At a high-paced cage fight for 20 minutes.
We are here. We are in the mix. It is Caged Aggression Retaliation. And folks, we got a whole nother championship fight for you after this one. What a great card. And here it is, that initial takedown, and the only takedown that was needed, because once that happened, Jordan Clark in full control through the rest of the round. Here is that action again. Keegan trying some offense from the bottom, but so difficult.
Yep, it's hard to pull things off with your head in the fence right there.
All right, Josh Stewart in there. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go. And they hug it out in the center of the cage. 5th round kicks off. And Jordan Clark moving really well. Just hands are still up.
Flowing really well.
Yep.
Looks really smooth.
And the bottom line is, I think he's a little closer than he had been, but he's not worried because he's had that distance all night long. He's been able to evade all of Keegan's shots. Ooh, Keegan gets one right through. Yeah. Maybe he is a little too close. Maybe he is a little too winded. Hey, Keegan Witbeck. Yeah.
He rushed in, made a mistake.
Stop that knee.
He's going for broke. He's trying whatever he can.
And look, that's what he needs, because he needs a finish.
Got to unlock that guard.
But the problem is he's now ended up on the bottom with 4 minutes to go, with no end in sight. And quite frankly, even if the fight right now were closer to the cage, we've already seen Witbeck on his back at the cage, and he's not being able to utilize it. Wow, Jordan Clark's like, okay, let's bang. That's a gift.
Feeling really comfortable with how he's performing.
I mean, that isn't Colin the stocking, folks. That's like an actual race car. That's like the Hot Wheels pack you wanted. Gave him another opportunity, but Jordan Clark just laying it down. Keegan, look at that neck.
Looking for the neck. Oh, Von Flucho incoming. He's got to put pressure and that shoulder into the neck of Witbeck here. You get too greedy with that guillotine attack, and you end up exposing yourself to choke yourself.
Keep him in half. Keep him in half.
Right back into closed guard.
3 minutes to go in this fight. Jordan Clark essentially coasting to a victory, and I would imagine that's going to be a 5-0 victory. You know, I don't want to say flawless performance. Keegan had some moments, but
he had some good kicks and good punches and stuff landed. But he had a hard time dealing with that distance.
Dominant performance for sure. And if there's anything that I'm really talking to him about is how do we get to the finish? How do we get to the finish against tough guys like this one? Because you've already got him to the ground. You got the striking. You're evading. You're keeping the distance. How do we get the finish?
I said earlier I'd like to see him implement some more body shots, some more body kicks. You know, I think Witbeck is tough, and he didn't slow down. He still hasn't slowed down. So you got to find a way to slow him down. So you throw a couple big shots to that belly, and that can slow a lot of guys down.
And Jordan Clark essentially just bring him around to his corner.
Yep, he's right here. He got his cornerman in his ear, listening to instruction.
Got a minute and a half left in this fight. Jordan Clark on top, doing damage to the body, to the head. Corner calling from elbows from the top, and he just tries to land one. Keegan Witbeck gets out of the way. Again, Keegan Witbeck not just lying there, not just trying to hold, really trying to move and get out of there.
Throwing the heels, throwing punches. I just think he needed to create more space and get his head out of the fence.
Ooh, Jordan Clark with a big right.
Good punches here.
Yep.
I'm hearing that.
You hear that thud.
Deep thud.
That deep thud. Elbow from the bottom from Keegan again. The guy doesn't know how to quit. He's all heart
Keeping
right now.
That pressure on him.
Just an absolute clinic from Jordan Clark tonight. Final 20 seconds of the fight.
Let's go! Stay active, let's go! 15 seconds, let it go, boys, let's go!
Short time.
And that's about going to do it. Little less than 10 seconds left in the round. And they're going to exchange on the ground till the end. There's the bell. Jordan Clark helps up his opponent.
By Jordan Clark.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, if there's only...
I mean, Witbeck is game. He fought from bell to bell every round.
Tough guy. Got right back up to his feet.
Didn't settle in positions. Just got frustrated, I think, in the fence. Couldn't find his way back to his feet. And then Jordan Clark, man, space management. He was controlling the distance that whole fight. And when you control the space, you control the fight.
Which he did.
I think, for him to get the finishes, not retreat as far when you make him miss. Try to make him miss by a smaller margin, and then you're in a position to counter, right? And then I think attacking the body a little bit may have slowed Witbeck down, but maybe not. He just might be tough SOB.
And it looks like Jordan Clark is going to walk away with the championship belt here. I can only hope that we get to see him at least one more time before he moves up into another organization, possibly Bellator, possibly the UFC. I mean, this guy is about to be 7-1, has fought some of the toughest guys around, not only in this organization, but in the Midwest. And he just looks excellent. He
looked good, man. He looked good everywhere. He can wrestle a little bit. He can strike really well. Very, very composed. Good fight IQ. Defense is good. I think
watching some of that action.
Definitely ready to step up to that next level.
Vargas in there. Let's make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecard for our decision. Our judges scored this contest 50-45, 50-45, and 50-44, declaring your winner by unanimous decision and new Caged Aggression Professional Featherweight Champion, Cool Jordan Clark.
Wonderful performance.
Come on over, champ. We're here with your winner and new Caged Aggression Professional Featherweight Champion, Jordan Clark. Jordan, this has been a long time coming for you taking that strap home, man. Talk to us about how that win feels now.
Man, it feels so good. I can't believe I'm getting a little emotional. I took the belt at 145 as an amateur and came back and took it as a pro, man. I can't believe I'm fucking here with all these fans, with all these crowds. This huge crowd for me. This is incredible, man. This is incredible.
Well, you're always a pleasure to watch perform in the cage. I wanted to check with you. Anyone you want to mention, anyone you want to thank before I let you start the celebration?
Of course, man. I want to thank Mike. I can't thank this guy enough. I love this promotion. I fought on a lot of promotions. This is easily the best. Other than that, Infernal Sportswear, Sign Effects, and Cannabloom. I can't forget Cannabloom. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Go check them out. Other than that, dude, I got like 60, 70 people in the crowd here. Make some noise. Oh my gosh. This is a dream. When I tell you this is a dream, I can't believe I'm living it. All you come drive all this way up, just come on, see me, man. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I think everybody, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your winner and new Caged Aggression professional featherweight champion, Jordan Clark.